Hello and welcome to the ScrubPod podcast, a Magic the Gathering quote-unquote talk show that seeks to provide high quality entertainment. I'm your host, Andy, and today I am joined by my friend, Derek,
Hi, Andy.
my first returning guest. How are you doing?
I'm great. Hello, listeners.
Hello, listeners. Hope you're having a wonderful day. How you been? What's new?
I just built a Tameo Inquisitive student deck. I'm very excited about it. Having a great week so far. Weather's amazing. It's October. It's a crisp 56 degrees, and it is gorgeous out.
It is gorgeous, like Ithaca, New York.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. I'm not sure if you know about all like that Ithaca slogans, right?
No.
Okay, so I went to Ithaca College, and Ithaca, New York is located in a valley in the middle of like the mountains at the Finger Lakes. And our town slogan is Ithaca is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. It's on every shirt, bumper sticker, water bottle. It is just everywhere for the eye to see, you know?
Iconic.
It is iconic. It's like the town joke, which not a lot of towns have their own signature joke. Like, I'm just blanking on any other towns that have their own like joke like that.
Listeners, in the comments, put your town's joke in the
Yeah, please.
we would love that.
What's your hometown's funny joke? Not the New York, hey, I'm walking here, or maybe it could be the New York, hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it and look it up and see all the merch.
Hey, when in Akron, Ohio.
I mean, yeah, we love Buttsville, New Jersey.
I'm a big fan of Elk City, Oklahoma. Place is great. It's only about like a hour and a half away from Amarillo.
Okay, I've never been there.
Oh, beautiful cities. I stayed there on my cross-country road trip because me and my friend were driving and we were going to go to Oklahoma City. We got there and we're like, what's there to do in Oklahoma City? So we just kept driving. And we just got tired. So we ended up in Elk City, which is right on the border. And it was a cute town.
Oh, cool.
And then went to Amarillo, Texas the next day for lunch at the Big Texan Steak Ranch. And went to the Home Depot to buy spray paint. And then we went to the Cadillac Ranch. Have you been to you know about the Cadillac Ranch?
I've never been south of Colorado. Well, actually, I've been to Nevada and New Mexico, but I've never been to Texas.
Yeah, no, this is the northern part of Texas, so it's pretty in line with like New Mexico and Arizona. But Cadillac Ranch is like just these half buried Cadillacs just in the middle of the desert.
That's
that
great.
Everyone has permission to just go spray paint.
I love that. Oh, so you tagged a Cadillac?
Yeah, I did. I tagged a Cadillac. I wrote a Modest Mouse or Bust because I was on a road trip to go see Modest Mouse in LA.
Hell yeah.
It was very cool. It was a very formative experience. And I had a really great steak at the Big Texan.
That is iconic.
That's the place that has like the huge it's a ridiculously heavy steak that if you eat it in under an hour you win. Like you get a free steak, it's free.
Oh,
that's like the steak eating challenge.
Yeah, they did that on King of the Hill.
Yeah, it's an iconic Americana staple. It's a Route 66 landmark.
Okay.
Yeah, the world famous for the free 72-ounce steak challenge. I did not try that. Because this was like noon. And like I feel like I would need to like train for that.
Yeah, you'd have to prepare.
I'd have to go to war. I'd have to like just be starve myself on like a beach in the Caribbean for a couple of months. That way when I'm so hungry I could just go and eat that. Or like I could live the dream and just start hanging out with Shaggy and Scooby and try and get on their level.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to train to eat the biggest sandwich you can see. Like unhinge your mouth like a snake.
Yeah, no, like I want like a diner here in Jersey to be able to do like the Shaggy and Scooby Club sandwich where it's all just like stacks on stacks where it's like really just like 9 sandwiches topped on top of each other. and then like they like squish it down into like impossible size, and you have to eat it, and then like your mouth just opens up like an accordion.
We should actually go to a deli and ask them to do that for us.
Make the tallest sandwich possible.
Yeah, we'll pay them any amount of money to make it happen.
Yeah, you go to Subway and like, hi, can I get the square? It's a foot long by foot long.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Okay, this might be our next challenge. Instead of trying to qualify for the Pro Tour or top 8 F&M, we're gonna go try this eating challenge. Have you ever done any of those eating challenges?
No. I had a friend who thought he could do the Buffalo Wild Wings spicy challenge just because like his digestive system and his like body could handle the heat. But he would get close. He would work his way up the spices and then burn himself crying, like not like weeping, but like tears shedding from his eyes as he eats the wings. And it was hard to watch. And I would like take a little taste of it and I'd be hurting.
Yeah, no, I can't handle that type of wings.
Yeah, the spice is too much.
Yeah, I don't like wings I don't like wing sauces where the theme is hot, you know?
I like some hot stuff, but if the flavor is pain.
Yeah, no, like I like buffalo sauce because it's like a good flavor.
Yeah.
It has a little kick to it, but it's also kind of like creamy. And I really like that as like a sauce. Or if I'm on like 9/11 devil's butt crack themed hot sauce, I can't even taste the chicken.
The bomb. Yo, the hot wings.
Mm.
They are real ones for doing what they do.
They are real ones. I love that it's all real, you know? That Sean Evans is destroying his gastrointestinal tract for the sake of journalism and entertainment news, and no one else does it like him, you know?
Yeah,
We haven't had someone this base since the Jackass dudes. But I love that they force celebrities in on this too.
Yeah, and it's harder to moderate yourself when you're crying because your mouth is too hot.
Yeah, no, I see a lot of celebrities that are like, I'm just gonna go in for an interview, and then apparently like Sean Evans would just be like, yeah, consoling them on the green room couch as they're laying down and just like in pain. He's like just force feeding them milk.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes they get angry with him.
Yeah, they just don't know what to do. They weren't expecting it to be like real wings. They're just coming off of like staying in a hotel room with journalists coming in and out to interview them. Like, and then they're just tasked to eat really spicy food. This is like it's when Jimmy Kimmel forces celebrities to read mean tweets.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit more prepared for that.
What would you rather do? Be forced to read mean tweets about yourself on air, or eat a very spicy wing on camera?
Genuinely, because I'm a masochist, I would eat the wings because one, the reactions would be hilarious, and two, I love food and I'd love to try that. Reading mean tweets is kind of sad, but like I've been bullied before. I've heard things about
It's nothing special.
Yeah, exactly. Like I see the YouTube comments rage baiting people and shit. Like if I posted a video and someone's trying to rage bait me, I'd be like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it'd live rent free in my head for a day or two, but like I'd get over it.
You know,
I don't think I could get over spicy wings in just a day.
I just couldn't eat wings for like a while. I couldn't eat anything for a while. My tongue would be numb.
Yeah.
I need the Homer Simpson drinking wax so he can eat the really spicy chili peppers.
No, don't drink wax, Andy.
But like, I want to try the wings without like, feeling it. I want the account. I want. You know what I want? I want to outsmart the wings.
You want to like numb your tongue and mouth?
Yeah, I know. It's not a feat of strength. It's a feat of skill. It's a game. You could win. You could cheat it.
Yeah.
You could beat the system. You could beat the wings.
We're gonna cheat Sean Evans by drinking wax.
So Andy, how's your new movie? Oh, it's really good. Bruce Willis is really a mental free on set.
No. Oh my god. Yeah, that'll be so tasty and good.
Waxy.
What What are we talking about today, Andy?
So today, that's a very good transition to Magic the Gathering right there.
Yeah, what
We
are
are professionals. Episode 5, here we come.
Let's do it.
So, Magic the Gathering's most popular format is Commander, much to a lot of people's chagrin. But what I do love about Commander is how obsessed everyone gets with the statistics. And so there's several websites where you can go on and just like look at what cards are played and where. And the biggest, most popular one is edhrec.com. Incredible site where you can go see the most popular commanders played, most popular cards in those decks. What we're going to talk about today is the themes in those decks. Usually there's like two camps where people go to build decks in Commander. They're going to build a deck based around the creature type. Like, I'm going to build the ninjas deck. I'm going to build the dinosaur deck. I'm going to build elves.
I love goblins.
Goblin dude's nuts. Or they build the theme, which is like Graveyard Matters, Reanimator, Aristocrats, Artifacts, Equipment. And you can organize them to see what's the most popular deck in each archetype, basically, yeah. And so what I have for Derek today is a little game where I have various different themes, and I have the number one commander on them. So let's play this along first. We're first going to talk about artifact-themed commanders.
Great.
Commander decks. Who do you think is the most popular artifact commander?
Urza.
Yes.
I don't remember which one. High Artificer?
Chief Artificer.
Chief Artificer, that's the one.
It's the Esper one. So Urza, Chief Artificer for 3 white, blue, black, legendary creature, human artificer 4/5. It has affinity for artifact creatures. Artifact creatures you control have menace, and at the beginning of your end step, you create a 0/1 colorless construct artifact creature token. With this token, gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Very simple. It's asking you to play artifact creatures, which is exactly what an artifact deck wants you to do.
Vandablast would go so hard against that.
But here's where the other part of the game is. The most popular artifact commander is an Esper, which is there's a lot of Esper artifact commanders. What's the opposite of Esper?
Oh, you made a deck that was artifacts in, oh man, red-green.
Yep. The opposite of Esper is red-green. Those are the two colors not present. So now the game is, what do you think is the most popular commander for artifacts in red-green?
Oh, Bellow, Bramble of the something or other.
That's the second most popular.
Damn, I was close.
It was very close. There's a lot of decks here, but the number one is Muria, Scholar of Antiquity. For 1 red-green, legendary creature, Elf Artificer, 3/3. Tap an untapped non-token artifact you control to add 1 green mana. You can tap 2 untapped non-token artifacts you control. Exile the top card of your library. Let me play that this turn.
That is a little bit more focused than... That's like Balin the Haymaker, but
Yeah.
it's the white.
Like, it's red-green, so it's... Instead of, like... It's weirdly kind of the opposite of what I would expect from Esper, where Urza is artifact creatures, big power, swing in with your menace creatures to deal in lots of damage. Whereas this one is like, all right, slowly accrue mana and card advantage and value by exiling the top card of your library and playing it. And then, like, you just eventually win somehow.
Yeah, using your army of artifacts, you can pump them, swing out, get more value, get these big creature spells out, I imagine. Because what else you can use your artifacts for?
Yeah,
I mean, red-green treasures makes a lot of sense to me that way.
Red-green treasures. I played for a while. I played Blaster Combat DJ, which was red-green artifact creatures, where I played almost every like Triskelion, and like just being able to play Hangerback Walker with a lot of +1/+1 counters on it, sacrifice it, get a whole bunch of 1/1s that all have modular, put the +1/+1 counters from Hangerback Walker on a creature that's unblocked, sacrifice all of my other modular 1/1 Thopters that just entered the battlefield to them to put even more counters onto the unblocked creature and just swing in for lethal on someone. That was so fun.
Yeah, you were exploring new territory with that deck when we played it, because there was some synergies that worked really well, and there was some stuff and sometimes where you would get stuck.
Mm-hmm.
But I think red-green artifacts with like Bellow, for example, in new releases are growing. Even like March of the Machine, or like when they had tap Power Stone tokens, or like there are some big red green creatures that could help you there.
Yeah, that worm that
That
says
worm.
whenever a land enters the battlefield, you create a tap power token.
Yep.
And and just on your turn, it's a 4/4.
Yeah.
Like, okay, all your 1 mana, your Arcane Signet, your Soul Ring that you used to get Bellow out on turn 2, great. Now you have, on turn 3, you have 2 4/4s.
And even better, you can, with the commander you just said, you could tap those Power Stones to add mana if you're not casting artifact spells.
Yeah.
Which is huge, because I don't know what to do with Power Stone tokens if I'm not using artifacts.
Yeah, if I'm not using... Yeah, exactly. It's a lot not as popular as Esper Artifacts, but as we keep going down the list, some of the stuff is like... Because both the decks are like in the thousands and stuff like that, versus we're going to get to some decks that have like 9 decks.
Yeah.
Or 4. And so this is going to be interesting. But Artifacts is a very popular deck, very popular archetype, very fun. But we're going to keep going a little bit more popular. We're going to talk about tokens now.
Tokens is so wide in the usage. There's so many tokens. Creature tokens, artifact tokens,
Yep.
enchantment tokens now.
I will say that this one is creature tokens, because that's always been more the traditional build for them.
Yeah.
Just go wide with like a bunch of creatures that make other creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Spells that just do one thing but also make creatures. And then, so what do you think is the number 1 most played creature token deck? Which commander?
I think it's definitely going to be something in Naya. Just because, in my experience, those colors put out a lot of creatures. Something. Oh no, I don't know. I want to say Krenko Mob Boss.
It's not. You actually said it earlier. It's Balin the Haymaker.
It is Balin the Haymaker. That makes the most sense.
Making hay.
I have a Balin deck, and I personally don't like it. I think it's just because I need more lands.
Yeah.
Balin, yeah, that makes sense, because you can tap for mana, you can draw cards, you can go wide to go tall with Balin and swing for lethal.
Yeah, it's red, green, white for a 4/3 Rabbit Warrior. Tap 2 untapped tokens you control to add 1 mana. Tap 3 untapped tokens you control to draw a card. Tap 4 untapped ones to put up 3+1/+1 counters on Balin. It can trample. Like, it's just payoff after payoff after payoff.
Yeah, token doublers and counter doublers go really crazy in that deck. Impact tremors. There's so much you can do, and it's so flexible. And with Balin at the helm, you can push any game plan you want as long as you are making tokens.
Exactly. My favorite token generator of all time, very hard to play against, is Sandworm Convergence.
Yes.
That one is...
Oh, that's gross.
I love that, just because I have a friend that plays a lot of like mono white angels. And that just says creatures with flying can't attack. And I'm like, oh hell yeah.
So one of my favorite tokens decks actually of all time is the Kit Kanto Precon, where she's Naya and colorless. I believe she's a 3/3 or a 4/4. And when she enters, she makes a 1/1 human citizen, and at the beginning of each combat, you may tap 2 creatures and goad target creature, and it gets +3/+3 and trample. I might be wrong on those numbers, but you're making a bunch of tokens, you're goading everyone else, you're building a wide board, so you're forcing everybody else to distract from taking away your army. It is really powerful. It's a lot of fun. The politicking and bullying is great in my experience. I love taking someone's biggest creature and turning it some other direction onto someone who doesn't have a board state yet. It's a mean, and I love it.
My token deck was very fun, because my token deck was actually 3 decks we're going to talk about. I had a Vrestin Menoptera leader deck, which I called X in the City, because it was green white X spells.
Oh my gosh.
And it was all just putting +1/+1 counters, creating insect alien tokens.
I remember I cast propaganda on you that one time.
And I hate you ever since.
Yes.
I fell for your propaganda. It's
It was a cool deck. I actually really, really enjoyed that deck.
Yeah, no, that was my most casual deck for a while. It was very fun. I honestly might rebuild that because every set we get some good like green white X creature or something like that. I
Yeah.
know there's a new one from Edge of Eternities. Forget the name. It's like a robot.
Oh, I have a couple copies of
Yeah,
him.
so do I. So that deck's always getting new cards,
Yeah.
so I can keep up to date with that. But we talked about Naya tokens. Let's talk about Dimir tokens. Blue black token decks.
Blue-black battle robots.
Blue black battle robots. So who do you think the commander is?
The top Dimir tokens. I think it's a fairy commander.
Ooh, that's a good guess, but it's not. It's not fairies. What would happen if you killed those fairies and then brought them back from the undead?
Oh, is it zombies?
It is
Yeah,
zombies.
that
It's
makes
Will Help
sense.
the Rock Cleaver.
Yep.
Those are the other big black blue creature token. Will Help the Rock Cleaver for 2 and blue black for Zombie Warrior 3/3. Whenever another zombie you control dies, if it didn't have Decayed, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. And at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a zombie. If you do, draw a card. So you're playing zombies, you're getting tokens, you're drawing cards, and the cards you're drawing are hopefully either more zombies that you can sacrifice to create more tokens to draw cards, or they're cards that let you bring back the zombies you sacrificed to then sacrifice them to create more tokens to then draw cards.
We love Aristocrat, Reanimator, card draw.
Exactly. Like turning one creature into another creature and a card.
Gisa and Geralf is really great as well, and Zur, not Ashor, something Lich, one of the Liches.
Oh yeah.
I've come to appreciate zombies more. I used to be a big zombie hater, and that's coming from a Reanimation fan. But I think Dimir doesn't get a lot of token support, and to have it like hyper specific, like commanders that create a board state for you for already playing the game is really nice, and it gives you the go wide strategy you need when you're going up against 3 other players.
Yeah, exactly. Blue black tokens is not really a deck that we see very often because a lot of the best token doublers and like things you get more value on are in green with Parallel Lives and Doubling Season, or white, the O'Hare Mondrak Glory Dominus.
Yes.
And then the new Elspeth.
Oh
And
my
so
gosh. Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of things to double the amount of tokens you're getting, but in like blue black, you're kind of replacing it with a lot of card value and advantage. I think Balin definitely does a lot better being a token deck because it is the #1 token deck than Wilhelt.
Yeah.
But I think Dimir tokens needs a little bit more of a needs a little bit more excitement. I love casting Bitter Blossom. And I think just being able to go, I think the way you would build that is just kind of going like a Death of a Thousand Cuts style, where you play like stuff like all your black creatures get +1/+1, and you have to go a little bit more on anthems.
I would love a Grixis token deck, or like more Grixis token support, or even like those goblin spells where there's a lot of X spells in red where you can make X goblins or X rats and things like that. I don't think that there's a lot of great blue spells that make you a lot of tokens. There's like some fairy spells where you bounce back to your hand, bounce a spell back to somebody's hand or a creature.
Yeah, it's not their thing. Like that's not how the color pie works.
Yeah, there's like some things are better than others, and like you have to take what you can where you can, you know.
Yeah, you're not gonna get hints of nutmeg in your cherry pie, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to go to your pumpkin pie for that. But we're gonna move on to +1/+1 counter decks,
Okay.
which is very similar to the tokens deck. I'm gonna spoil it for you. The best +1/+1 counter deck, the #1 currently played commander deck for +1/+1 counters, is Shalai and Halar, which is for 1 red, green, white for a 3/3 angel elf. So it's 2 people, Shalai and Halar.
Oh yes.
Flying Vigilance, so Serra Angel abilities. And whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, Shalai and Halar deals that much damage to target opponent.
That is a fun burn deck.
it is so good at just shortening the clock.
Yeah.
Because it basically cuts the time in half. You're putting, let's say, 5 +1/+1 counters on your commander, and you're dealing 5, which is effectively 10 damage.
And then you can double the number of counters very easily in those
Exactly.
colors.
You don't even need to attack.
Yeah.
You can be on defense.
Does it have vigilance?
Yes.
Oh, even better. Yeah, you can hit 2 people in one turn, maybe all 3 opponents.
Yeah, exactly. I believe
That's
there is an
brutal.
infinite combo with this deck.
Oh, probably. I mean, like, you could probably do some walking ballista shenanigans or something or other.
Yeah. You could do all the stuff with all be one.
Oh,
With 3
yeah.
red enchantment. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, this enchantment deals that much damage to target opponent, creature an opponent controls, or planeswalker an opponent controls. That's basically like a doubled effect of Shalai and Halar. And that there are other cards that are like, if it deals damage, you put +1/+1 counters on it, like the Red Terror.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of outlets for that, but let's talk about blue-black +1/+1 counters.
Dimir counters.
Dimir +1/+1 counters. This was one of those ones where I looked at the list and there's only like 10 decks.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine maybe there's the Murders at Karlov Manor precon that when you surveil he gets bigger, right?
Yeah, that's the second most popular. Mirko Obsessed Theorist.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I'm so close.
You're always so close. But the number one, I think it's only by like 2 decks, is Lord of the Nazgul.
Oh, yeah.
3 blue-black, 4/3 Wraith Noble. Flying, Wraith you control protection from Ring Bearers. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 3/3 black Wraith creature token with Menace. Then if you control 9 or more Wraiths you control a base power and toughness 9/9 until end of turn.
Is that you said it's a 6 cost?
It's a 5 cost.
5 cost?
So it's not too bad.
I wouldn't mind putting that
But
in a Spellslinger deck.
Yeah. It's a good Spellslinger card.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm struggling to see how it's a +1/+1 counters card.
Yeah. It doesn't have anything to do with counters, actually.
It really doesn't. I can see, like, okay, you're just pumping up the counters, I guess.
I think it's just a really popular card, and maybe someone has worked it into +1/+1 counters.
Maybe someone probably just tagged it on Scribe, tagged it on Architect, and just like was like, yeah, this has one card with +1/+1 counters in it. That's
Okay. So I think the Surveil Gentle card is probably the more realistic +1/+1 counter, and it's more accessible for players.
Yeah, exactly. It's that one puts +1/+1 counters on them for every time you surveil, which is very good. But its deck is more of a. I was looking at the list, and it's more of a surveil deck than which makes sense. That's how you get the +1/+1 counters. But
yeah,
I want more people to be playing Deep Glow Skate.
What?
Deep Glow Skate. 4 and a blue for a 3/3 fish. When this creature enters, double the number of kinds of counters on any number of target permanents.
Whoa.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
That's my Manta Ray. Like, he is just this giant Manta Ray that you could blink over and over again.
Yeah, especially in blue.
In blue, or in blue you can blink, or in blue-black you could blink or reanimate it.
For sure.
So you can do it in an aristocrat style way.
Fake your own death, like get multiple enter triggers.
Exactly. And then fake your own death, it comes in with the +1/+1 counter.
Yeah.
Then that doubles it. Yeah.
Oh, I think fake your own death just gives you a treasure token.
There's
There's another one that does
Undying Evil is the one that gives you a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah.
That one's really cool. But you can just do all those effects, and then you just have like blue-black spells that are just blue-black creatures that have +1/+1 counters on them, like Undying.
Oh, there's
You could do, like,
definitely
Nicaeus
black
the
creatures
Unhallowed.
that get +1/+1 counters for creatures dying.
Yeah, Zombie Priest.
There's one of the partner commanders that has that. Whenever a creature dies, he gets 2 +1/+1 counters.
Yeah. I know a green-black one with Mazarek. That one's a big counter sacrifice creature deck, but that's not blue-black.
That's not blue-black.
It has doubling season. That's cheating in this game.
I mean, I could make a blue-black +1/+1 counter deck. The problem is that the +1/+1 counters come from literally everything else
Yeah, it's
and not the act of putting counters on it.
exactly. But we're gonna move on to the next theme, next archetype, life gain decks.
Oh, love life gain.
What do you think is the best life gain deck? Or I can't stop saying best.
Like the most popular.
Currently the most popular life gain deck.
I wanna say it's got to be like mono white or Orzhov or something like that. Maybe Selesnya. There's so many. There's so many to choose from. I'm gonna shout out Sorin of House Markov as definitely up there, but I have no clue because there's so many. Even Boros now with your boy the lobster.
Lobster Boy.
What's his name?
His name's Lobster Boy.
All right.
That's all. It's
That's
Rhaego's like deft gastronaut,
yeah.
but he's Lobster Boy.
Yeah. Can you tell me?
Lobster Boy.
I feel like life gain is so broad.
Yeah, life gain is very broad, but this one is it's partners. It's Frodo and Sam.
Oh, that makes the most sense. It's the
Yeah,
fucking
so you're
Lord of the Rings.
You're 2/3 of the way there with like white black.
Yeah.
You just add green, which is another big life gain color. Whenever Frodo attacks, if you gained 3 or more life this turn, the ring tempts you. Then if Frodo is your ring bearer and the game has tempted you 2 more times this game, draw a card. And then Sam makes food.
Have you ever played that precon?
I did, yeah. It's very fun.
I played I got the Hosts of Mordor precon and Scott had bought that deck and I literally watched him eat food and starve me and my army to death with a bunch of Mirkwood bats pinging me over and over and over and a prized pig making more food and treasure or whatever.
Yeah, I bought that precon because I really wanted to build Bilbo Birthday Celebrant.
Oh yeah?
That's one of those decks where like I want to build it so bad, but I've just never gotten around to building it because I'm like, what do I even do? Where it's if you have exactly 111 life, you can sacrifice them and search your library for any number of creatures and put them onto the battlefield.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, so it's a Soul Sisters combo deck where I gotta figure out I gotta figure out what I want to do with that. I gotta figure out what like the creatures or what the lion is.
That seems very silly and a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it'd be really cool, and I love the thematic components of it because you're celebrating his 111st birthday.
111st.
You got to get to 111 health, and then you'd win the game.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, but that's Abzan life gain. What do you think is the most popular commander for blue-red life gain?
I think it would be. Oh man, what is his name? Let me look up because I own the card. I think it's that damn dragon that whenever a player casts a spell, you draw a card, and whenever you draw a card, you ping somebody for 1. Oh man.
Niv Mizzet.
Niv Mizzet. God.
Niv Mizzet Peyrun, I believe.
Someone somewhere is mad that I didn't remember Niv Mizzet because he's like one of the iconic dragons. Yeah, I think all right, honestly, I don't think there's a lot of red blue life gain anything. It's great for artifacts, great for spell slinging, maybe for combat tricks. But I think Niv Mizzet is probably the closest if you slap some kind of like basilisk collar or something on him.
You got the strategy right.
Yeah.
But it's not Niv Mizzet.
Okay.
There's only 5 decks that are listed as Is It Life Gain.
Oh my gosh.
And number 1 is Gearsyd Starn.
Oh, of course, because he's turning 1 into 3 damage.
He's turning 1 into 3, and so you put a Basilisk Collar on him, and then you just play the normal plan of just ping people for 1. He pings them for 3, and then you gain 3 life.
Yeah.
And it's just... I'm looking at the list of like, that's the only life gain card I could find.
There's not a lot of options in red or blue.
Yeah.
All your life gain comes from,
equipment from colorless stuff.
Yeah, it's literally Abzan is the most life gain colors you can get green gains you life for entering. Black, you gain drain. White is, yeah, self-explanatory.
Yeah, but we're gonna go to the inverse of this actually.
Oh, all right, here we go.
With spell slingers decks,
Mm,
the most popular spell slinging archetype is it?
yes,
Or the most popular color pairing is it? Led by Stellally Wildcard.
classic.
New card
Love Thunder
from
Junction.
24.
Yes.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about blue-red spell slingers. I think we've said enough about blue-red spell slingers.
Enough said.
Enough said. You just cast spells. You cast one spell, you cast another. You have something that either puts a 1/1 onto the battlefield, deals 1 damage, draws you a card. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you can. There's a lot of ways to go infinite with Stella Lee specifically. There's that whole precon's jam packed with payoffs and payoffs for casting spells, cantrips, drawing cards. Like just fly through your library and buff your guys as you go, or ping someone to death. Abzan Spellslinger, I think that would be really interesting actually to build almost like because it doesn't have the support, like a lot of those spells in Abzan that you could do would be more combat oriented, like Offer Immortality or Giant Growth, spells that like make your creatures indestructible. It would be pumping your army already, right? There's not a lot of
Yeah.
payoffs for casting spells in white, black, and green.
There's a cool one I found with only 2 decks.
Only 2
It's
as of this recording.
As of the time of this recording, please go out and make more Abzan Spellslinger decks, because this is a deck that I actually think I might build.
Yeah.
It's Vishgraz the Doom Hive.
What?
A 3/3 Phyrexian insect for 2 white, black, green. It has Menace and Toxic 1. When it enters the battlefield, create 3 1/1 Phyrexian mites. And then Vishgraz gets +1/+1 for each poison counter your opponents have.
Oh god.
So there's a card called Venerated Rot Priest. It's a 1/2 Phyrexian Druid for 1 green mana. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter. So with all your giant growths and pump spells and doom blades, you could target Venerated Rot Priest over and over again and just give your opponents. You need to cast 30 spells and your opponents die. That's not even counting like proliferate cards that green white would have so much of because of the +1/+1 counters.
I need to see if I own this card.
It's the precon commander from All Will Be One. But it's like usually played as like an infect deck. Like swing creatures big side, but you could definitely build this as a Spellslinger deck, and I think it'd just be so sweet. Like instead of just getting 10 damage on someone, you need to cast 10 spells.
Yeah.
Which is a lot harder to do.
Venerated Rot Priest. So I just built this Tameo deck, and it's all about proliferating and to get her to draw your whole library once she's a planeswalker. I would love to have this spell in here and just pump, like draw my whole library and then have like 10 mana to spend with, because you're already playing Simic, so you just get all the resources you need to just poison counter, poison counter, poison counter, poison counter, proliferate, proliferate, proliferate.
You could play all like your things like you can play Ephemerate and Blink spells if you have something that when it enters the battlefield gives something a poison counter.
Oh, facts.
Or if you're talking to the commander, you get 3 more creatures.
Yeah, you get more mites, and we can double those.
Oh, you get to play one of my favorite cards. You get to play Atomize.
Atomize?
2 green black for an instant. Destroy target non-land permanent. Proliferate.
Oh, facts.
Like that's just such a cool card. I'm always looking for a reason to run run Atomize. That's just cool. That's awesome. I love that.
We like Fallout.
We love Fallout. But Abzan Spellslingers, I think, has the most amount of we could dig deeper into this, you know?
Yeah.
Like we could find something cool with this. We can find the best cheap spells. We can find the best pump spells. We could find the best things. I don't think it necessarily has to run with an infect package. Like we don't need to be making people sick. I just want to cast like big spell, big spell, big spell.
I feel like a lot of black spells and some white spells get a lot out of reanimating small creatures. And I think if you had payoffs besides just entombing and reanimating, but to also like pump those creatures and then they get more effects for being targeted, that's more like a red color thing, especially with Bloomburrow, those angry mice, you target
Hmm.
them, they have prowess, you get to exile the top card of your library. Like, there's a lot of putting a lot of your hand onto a creature in red and blue, of course,
Yeah.
but green,
Green
black, and
has
white.
I forget the name of it, has a creature that's like a Quirion Druid, where whenever you cast it has Magecraft, so whenever you cast or copy a spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on it.
There's a black creature with Magecraft. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, make a pest.
Oh, there's black-green Witherbloom Apprentice and Chain of Smog,
Yeah.
which could be a closer in like the Spellseeker decks. That's an infinite combo to win you the game in Spellslingers.
Yeah, and plus you can get some stuff with, you can tutor with white and black to find your pieces that you need.
Yeah, you can get. There's a lot of cards that say draw a card in black. Black has a lot of in black. It has a wheel. It has Dark Deal. White's got like Secret Rendezvous and a lot of all like the monologue tax, Trouble in Pairs. And green has Harmonize and Shamanic Revelation. And has all these card draws. You don't even need the tutors.
You also have Regrowth, where you can recast the spells you just cast that turn.
Exactly. Regrowth, Noxious Revival. Yeah, this deck is real. It can't just be two people with this deck.
We can workshop this and see what we can throw together.
Yeah. After this show, the two of us are gonna build Abzan Spellslingers into a what bracket do you think? I'm thinking bracket 3 or 4.
I think we can definitely do 3 at the base. I can't find a lot of Abzan legendary creatures I would like to build around. I like the idea of playing the Necrobloom, or like Thalia and Gitrog, but this is something we're gonna have to work on.
Well, speaking of the Necrobloom, we're gonna talk about lands decks.
Yo!
And the number 1 lands deck right now is the Necrobloom.
Yeah.
In Abzan.
Make tokens, play lands.
Exactly. I love lands decks so much.
For the listeners, the Necrobloom is 1 white, black, green. It's a legendary creature that's a plant. It has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, make a 0/1 green plant creature token. If you control 7 or more lands with different names, create a 2/2 black zombie token instead. Lands in your graveyards have Dredge 2. You may return a land from your graveyard to your hand and mill 2 cards instead of drawing a card.
Yeah, this card is cracked in half. Having Field of the Dead in Command Zone is good and all, but I just love Fluctuator so much. You know about that combo?
No.
So, Necrobloom gives all your lands Dredge 2.
Yes.
Fluctuator is a card that says cards with cycling you control cost 2 less. The cycling costs 2 less.
Oh, so you just cycle things for free.
Yeah, with Scattering Grove, which is a land that has cycling 2, you cycle it, put it into your graveyard, and instead of drawing a card, you dredge 2, putting that land back into your hand.
Oh my gosh.
And you just mill your whole library.
I mean, that's pretty hard to interact with.
It's very hard to interact with. Plus, also, it's getting a lot more. It used to be a lot harder because Scattering Grove is the green-white cycling land. And now it's the only one we really had for a very long when this was printed, since Amon Ket Block and Necrobloom came out last year. But this year we got the green-black cycle land in Edge of Eternities, and they're going to release the. We're still waiting on the white-black one, which is going to come in some Commander products in the future, I'm sure. But that one's going to have 3 cards that go infinite as like the payoff if you have Fluctuator out.
Yeah.
Like, I love that deck because you could build it as a combo deck. You could also build it as just like a straightforward aggro deck of just play lands, attack with your zombies. That's a real good token deck.
For sure.
Or you can play it in kind of like a control-y, like Pillow Forty way, where you're gonna like sit back, play a 1 land drop for turn, play your Maze of Iths, and just kind of control the board a little bit more until you have the advantage.
Lands are, I think, the most powerful cards in Magic the Gathering.
That is, well, take.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty correct one. You need the lands in order to cast the good spells.
Yeah.
And if your lands are already good, you don't even need to cast spells.
Shifting Woodlands is great.
Shifting Woodlands is so good.
Love that spell.
Dredging
Love that land.
into dredging your Shifting Woodlands back into your hand and milling over something to copy it with.
Yeah. Oh my
my
gosh.
favorite.
You've inspired me to Shifting Woodlands Dark Depths.
Shifting Woodlands Dark Depths is so fun. That's very easy. Yeah, I played a deck for a while, my baby, 73 Land Jotzi, which is 73 lands, and it's based around the card Treasure Hunt. And that deck was just all about, I want to cast Treasure Hunt over and over and over again. And then it turned into, wait, hold on. I could Aftermath Analyst and gain infinite life, draw my whole deck, and deal infinite damage, and make infinite zombies. But I need Treasure Hunt to make it work.
Aftermath Analyst, when I started playing and I got that card, I was like, man, I don't get it. That's going in the bulk. And now I see people pushing that card to its limit.
Yeah, no, it is so broken right now. Karlov Manor was a very tepid to cold responded set.
Yeah, it was
like
the hat set.
It was the hat set. Why is everyone suddenly a detective?
Yeah, why is there not a
There's no way they all have 4 years of law enforcement experience and pass their exam.
Why does everyone have a monocle?
Why does everyone have a fedora? Like, it's just, but Aftermath Analyst was an uncommon that kind of squeaked by and became like a very powerful card in Standard, and now it's like one of the enablers in Modern Amulet Titan. It's so good that, and it's just like a cheap Lumra.
Yeah.
And Lumra's also really good.
Is it 3 cost?
Yeah, Aftermath Analyst is 2 mana.
2 mana.
Enters the battlefield, mill 3, and then you can pay 3 and a green to sacrifice it to return all the lands from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Oh yeah, so you just Necro Bloom, dredge infinite land, infinite your whole library.
Well,
to your
sort of.
graveyard.
If you have something to untap your lands when they enter the battlefield, like Spelunking, not Ice Till Explorer. There's another one from Edge of Eternities or Amulet of Vigor. You can Shifting Woodland. You sacrifice your Aftermath Analyst. You Shifting Woodland to make a copy of Aftermath, to have it become Aftermath Analyst. You sacrifice Aftermath Analyst, which is actually Shifting Woodland. It returns itself.
Oh, Jesus.
So if you have like something on board to sacrifice your lands, you can just sacrifice all your lands, sacrifice Shifting Woodland, return all your lands, activate Shifting Woodland again, become Aftermath Analyst again.
Make infinite zombies if you have different lands.
If they all have different names, because they all enter at the same time, they all trigger.
Yep.
It's infinite zombies. If you were sacrificing a land to Zuran Orb, that's infinite life. Infinite landfall triggers if you have something on the battlefield that cares about landfall. Like Ob Nixilis, which is a mono black landfall. Whenever land ends battlefield under control, target opponent loses 3 life. That just kills them. Yeah, Abzan lands, very fun. A lot of great cards in Abzan lands. What about Izzet lands?
It's got to be Zindersplit Nokun. That is like my. You're drawing your whole deck. You're playing lands to get stuff back. That's the only one I could think of off the top of my head that really utilizes powerful lands. I don't think there's any, in my mind, specific Izzet color cards. Like, not just, like, red has some landfall effects. Red likes lands. Blue has, like, some
It has
islands.
landfall.
If you have islands, you draw
Hedron
cards.
Crab, Ruin Crab. Shout out Sean Ray.
Shout out to Sean Ray. We love Sean Ray.
He loves his Ruin Crabs more than he loves this podcast. But this might be my favorite commander pair on the list because it's partners.
Yeah.
It's Togo Goblin Weaponsmith, which for 2 red, 2/2 Goblin Artificer, landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a colorless equipment token named Rock. With equipped creature has 1 and tap, sacrifice Rock. This creature deals 2 damage to any target. And it also has equip 1. So that's your first partner, and you're playing Sakashima.
Oh my god.
So you're really playing 2 Togo Goblin Weaponsmiths. So whenever you play 1 land,
you make rocks.
you get 2 rocks.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Why?
That's amazing. Magic the Gathering, you've outdone yourself.
You just
Let's
make
throw
so many
rocks.
Let's just throw rocks.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like an artifact Aristocraps deck.
Aristascraps.
Aristocraps. You could like play like welder packages with you could buried ruin or academy ruins
Yeah.
to return artifacts from your graveyard to the top of your library. You could goblin welder, return the artifact lands.
That's true. Oh my god.
I
What the hell?
love this deck so much. You just make rocks.
That's comedic as all hell. You have to equip the rocks to then
You have to equip the rocks.
throw the rocks.
Yeah. You have to pay a total of 2 mana, 1 to equip, 1 for the cost, and tap the creature.
Yep. Okay.
So you can only throw 1 rock. A creature can only throw 1 rock.
You can pick it up and then you can pay and throw it.
But blue has a lot of untappers.
Yeah.
Like it has the Vizier of Tumbling Sands.
Infinite combo, pick up rock, throw rock.
Infinite rocks.
Infinite rock.
I'm just imagining like adult Charlie Brown. No, you've got a rock. Oh my god, you know what you can call this deck? The Iraq War.
The Iraq War.
The Iraq War.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
That's me when I am visiting Baghdad.
I'm so close. I'm like, partner commanders, it has to be. And you're like, yes, but no.
Yes, but no. But I just
oh my gosh,
you just make so many rocks and then you throw the rocks.
That's genius
Oh
game
my god.
design.
You can play Urza Lord High Artificer, so your rocks tap for mana.
Oh Jesus.
Make real mana rocks.
Yeah. Wow. We
We did it. We broke Urza Lord High Artificer.
we did it. We made mana rocks.
We
made
mana
reinvented
rocks.
the wheel.
We made them as unrefined as possible.
Yes.
We picked them up from the ground.
Can you still tap them for mana while they're equipped to a creature?
Yes.
Oh, great.
You can tap them, and then you can tap them for a blue. Tap it to pay its own sacrifice cost.
Rock pays for itself now. Oh my gosh.
Finally, rock will beat paper.
I think oh my gosh. I gotta see these decks and see how cracked they are.
Yeah, I might build this deck. This sounds so stupid. I love it.
All right, we're doing we'll have the opposite archetypes next to each other. We'll have Abzan Spellslinger versus is it Landfall?
Is it Rockfall?
Yeah. Is it Rockfall?
It is.
It is Rockfall.
It is Rockfall.
I would love to see actually how those two play out against each other.
It'd be such a fun pod. Oh my god, we could make 4 of these and make like a full pod, and then we could record that game.
Yeah.
If you want us to record Commander games, listeners, please comment down below. Yes, Andy. Yes. Yes, Andy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Andy. Yes.
Any amount of feedback we would love, just because it gives us a new project to do. So please comment. Don't reach out to us personally. That's what the YouTube comment section is for.
Yeah, no, I don't list my email or anything on there. If you have my Twitter, don't have that. Knock that off. But we're going to keep moving. We're going to talk about equipment decks now.
Okay.
Equipment is near and dear to my heart. I just played Return Keton for a couple of months now, and that's Esper equipment. But the number 1 color identity for equipment is Mardu.
Oh, I was going to say Jeskai. Okay, Mardu? Who would be the best Mardu commander? I mean, like, for equipment specifically. I don't know. Wait.
Nope.
There's a couple options. There's this gnome that you can sacrifice stuff to make guys and treasure. That's definitely up there.
It's not the gnome. It is Sir Gwen, Hero of Ashvale.
Sir Gwen?
Sir Gwen.
Gwyn?
For 3 red, white, black, 5/5 human knight with vigilance and menace. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Equipments you control have equip knight 0. So all the equipments that you attach to Sir Gwyn or any knights on the battlefield, which is are free, and you're just accruing so much card advantage from just swinging out. Very straightforward, very cool. I love it because you can play like Black Knight, White Knight, and Blood Knight, the 2 colored pips that have protection from other colors. This is from Eldraine Brawl that had a lot of support for Knight archetypes. And it's very fun. You play all the classics. You got Ember Cleave, which is one of the best finishers and equipment. You got Skull Clamp, which if you're making tokens and you're sacrificing creatures, or if you just if you just want to get value off of your creature just dying, very good. Whisper Silk Cloak to get into damage and to make sure you can't get blocked. Lightning Greaves, Swiftfoot Boots, all the classic equipment are in the deck. But we should talk about Simic equipment now.
Simic equipment?
Simic equipment.
I really want to build this Mardu equipment deck now. Oh man. Simic equipment. That's weird. Simic artifacts to start is already like very combo heavy. Like you already, I don't know what you would do there.
This is another deck that I'm obsessed with now. I'm like seeing the commander, and I'm just like, it seems like a really cool Voltron deck.
Yeah.
But with like,
is it a Merfolk?
It is not a Merfolk.
Oh, thank God.
But one thing I love about these types of I like vague Voltron decks, because there's a lot of ones that say like, oh, auras you control have exalted, or like it cares about auras and enchantments, or this one specifically cares about equipment. This doesn't say anything, so this person just decided to make this based around equipment. It is Wilson, Refined Grizzly. For 1 green 2/2 Bear Warrior. This spell can't be countered. Vigilance, Reach, Trample, Ward 2. And it has choose a background. The background it has is Sword Coast Sailor. For 1 in a blue, legendary enchantment. Commander creatures you own have, whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, this creature can't be blocked this turn.
I really like that. I love the backgrounds and the creatures that have the ability to do that, but also like swinging out, having that enchantment in your command zone to then throw a ton of stuff on your bear and then take down the opponent with the highest life total 1 by 1. That's a great way to spread the love, actually.
Exactly. That one is just pretty straightforward. It's instead of attacking one person over and over again, like what you are supposed to do in a Voltron deck, like you can just start one-shotting people this way. Like go in for like the all-in kill, and it's not going to be blocked. It also has Vigilance Trample, so it's great on defense. You got your big blocker. Ward 2, so it's almost hexproof, but that's not even stopping you from playing Champion Thumb to give it the full hexproof.
I really love, so some of my favorite equipments in green and blue. I do love a lot of the green living weapons, but the Key to the Vault from Thunder Junction, especially on this commander in particular, is really good because you are unblockable, you get your combat damage trigger, and then you get to look at the top X, whatever the power is of that creature, cards your library, and cast a non-land spell for free. And then the rest go on the bottom. I love that. I love that artifact. There's some other good green artifacts like Power Fist, which is great. You just put a bunch of counters on it.
So much.
That's a little broken in my opinion, but I'm kind of here for it. Remember, always have artifact, enchantment, and like all types of removal if you can afford to run it. Like,
yeah, just run more.
It's good interaction to have. You'll never feel bad for it. Belt of Giant Strength, that's a really fun one.
I'm looking at Belt of Giant Strength right now. Bone Sabers.
Oh, Jesus.
That one is whenever it attacks, you put 4+1/+1 with counters on it.
Fuck that and Power Fist.
That and Power Fist.
Scepter of Celebration. This is one that I run in Balin. I do have a little equipment tutor package. So that way when I swing out and deal combat damage, you get a bunch of little citizens. So you get to reward yourself with your unblockable bear commander with having a board of 1/1s to defend anybody else's creatures.
Yeah. And you can also run Robe of the Archmagi, which equips creature, deals combat damage to player, draw that many cards.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Oh my gosh.
That's just one of the best blue artifacts. Both blue. That might be the best blue equipment,
There's a lot of good
with the
blue
exception of
equipments.
Cryptic Cloak, my baby.
The the blue equipment in Magic is very interesting. And the blue is very I wouldn't say deceptive, but evasive, flying, unblockable, uh, very, very important keywords. Uh,
It's hard to deal with blue,
yeah.
and the equipment kind of reflect that. And the green equipment, they've just been making things bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And they both kind of play like how you would imagine like one of their creatures would. Like it's just a big threat. It keeps getting bigger. But
Big unblockable boys.
yeah, but just making your bear huge.
We love huge bears.
The game plan is simple: make bear big. But we're gonna move on to blink decks. Blink decks seek to abuse enter the battlefield effects over and over again in order to accrue value.
What was the name of that starfish deck that you had?
Plagon, Lord of the Beach.
Plagon, Lord of the Beach. I feel like the Azorius is a great colors, like the top colors for this.
It is the top color.
Plagon was really interesting to play against.
Plagon toughness matters blink, where you play. I was playing it in a combo-y way, not like the CEDH list that seeks to play like Ornithopter, Shield Sphere, all these 0 mana, very fast spells just so you could blink and draw one card over and over again. I was trying to get Felidar Guardian out as fast as possible because that's a 1/4, and that would just abuse like my Archaeomancers, which would return my Ephemerates, which then would return my if I had Delny out, it would return Ephemerate and like a take extra turn spell, and it was just it was my favorite deck to play for a while. I love blink decks, but the best blink commander right now is Brago King Eternal for 2 white blue, 2/4 Spirit Noble flying. When Brago deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of target non-land permanents you control, then return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control. It's simple. You hit them, you blink your board.
You get a lot of value out of
Yeah.
just entering in blue and white.
The longer the game goes, the better it's going to get. Bringing in your Peregrine Drakes or Cloud of Fairies and just like untap all your lands.
Yeah. I just want to shout out Lagrella the Magpie. One of my friends and coworkers has a Lagrella deck that is just an insane combo deck. Wizards of the Coast loves putting out creatures that exile other creatures when they enter the battlefield in almost every other set. And it's just a combo deck that you find the creatures you need and you can mill everybody's whole library. You could draw your whole library. Like the engine is insane. Lagrella is green, white, and blue. She's a 2/3 human soldier that says when she enters the battlefield, exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players until Lagrella leaves the battlefield. When an exiled card enters the battlefield under your control this way, put 2+++ encounters on it.
You know, for a while, I played a Mardu Blink deck helmed by Alesha, who smiles at death.
Yes,
and that was my favorite deck for years. That was like the first deck I tried to foil out. That was Aristocrats, Blink. I won with just ETBs back when Dockside Extortionist was legal.
I never got to experience Dockside.
You're not missing out, actually.
Yeah.
It was, frankly, gross. Like, it was... I won so many games I had no right winning. But I was playing Kiki Jiki and Felidar Guardian in there, too. Because if I had Kiki Jiki out and Felidar Guardian, you win the game. But if they deal with Felidar Guardian, you have a Kiki Jiki on board, you can just start blinking. You can start making copies and just using the enter battlefields of all your other things. And that's no good. And if they deal with Kiki Jiki, then you have a blinker that you can keep blinking to blink other things.
No one might he be hitting the blinker.
Hitting the blinker. Going down to Blinker City.
Yeah.
Blinkerton City? Is that where all the cool kids are romping these days?
I guess so. Andy, let me ask you, how many decks are are there for green, black, and red with enters? With blinking.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot?
Or not a lot more. Let me
Like more than 5?
I'm checking right now the exact number.
I can't think of any commander. Maybe like Squee and that fungus guy.
Okay, there's ETB and Blink are 2 separate tags on here, but I consider them one tag.
Okay.
ETB has 84 decks,
Mm-hmm.
and then Blink has 5 for this commander.
Okay.
And it's a very popular commander, very cool commander. I love him. It is Henzi Toolbox Tour.
Yeah. Oh
Black,
my
red,
gosh.
green for a 3/3 Devil Rogue. Each creature spell you cast with mana value 4 or greater has Blitz. Blitz cost is equal to its mana cost. So what Blitz is you may choose to cast a spell for its Blitz cost. If you do, it gains haste, and when this creature dies, draw a card. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. And Blitz costs 1 less for each time you've cast your commander from command zone. So
he's like a toolbox.
He's a toolbox commander. You're playing a lot of just good ETBs that you can play at the right time, sacrifice them, and just immediately replace them. Play this with like Gravediggers, which is a 4-mana creature that when it enters the battlefield, return a creature to your hand. Or your graveyard to your hand. And you can just loop those over and over again. Like, you could blink really whatever you want. You're in red, black, green. The world's your oyster in those colors.
Yeah, that I wasn't around for it, but I do hear that green, black, red mid-range was one of the most powerful color combinations.
Mid-range was one of the best decks in Modern for many years. That one wasn't really abusing ETBs, though. That one was just abusing cards that were just good on their own.
Yeah.
And having a pile of the best cards in those colors is typically made for a good deck at that time. But if I was playing Henzi Toolbox, I'm trying to think of what card I would blink over and over and over again. And I think it would be either Nova Hellkite, which is the new dragon from Edge of Eternities with Warp, that when it enters the battlefield is 1 damage. Or I would just blink Ravenous Rats. And just, that Ravenous Rats doesn't have Blitz. Oh god.
I have this World Gorger Dragon that has an enters effect that I just found out about. Is a really crazy infinite combo to get infinite mana, enters and leaves.
Yeah, World Gorger Dragon combo is so fun. It goes infinite with Animate Dead, or an enchantment that brings it back from the graveyard. So you need to have it in the graveyard. It comes back, and then you animate it. So you have World Gorger in the graveyard, cast Animate Dead targeting World Gorger Dragon. You exile all your permanents, including the Animate Dead.
Yeah.
What Animate Dead says is when it leaves the battlefield, you sacrifice the creature. So you sacrifice the dragon, and then all your stuff comes back, and it comes back untapped.
So then you can tap
all your lands, all your mana rocks, and then the enchantment enters the battlefield, and you target the World Gorger Dragon again. And the way you stop it is just by targeting something else in your graveyard. But I've seen so many people die to that stifle effect of stifling the return trigger. You just have no permanents on board.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. There's a lot of interaction with that. The new one people are on is Abdel Adrian Gorian's Ward, which is a white creature, which does a very similar thing of when it enters the battlefield, you exile any number of non-land permanents you control, and you get a 1/1 for each way, and they come back when he leaves. So it's the same thing, but except you're going up 1/1s, and you're not starving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to shoot yourself in the foot if something goes wrong, but World Gorger Dragon is just an iconic combo. But you know what's a red-green blink deck?
What?
Atali Primal Conqueror.
Oh, yeah. Yup. I've heard things about this.
Amazing deck. I was playing that with I was playing a deck I called the Discord Kitten combo.
What?
With Atali Primal Conqueror and Displacer Kitten.
Oh,
where
no.
I would flip into my opponent's non-creature spells, which would trigger my Displacer Kitten, so I'd flicker Atali again.
That's gross.
It was so fun. People were like, "Are you gonna win?" I'm like, "I don't know, maybe." That was my least fun deck for a while to play that people would play against, because I was just
so many cards on the stack.
I know it was so no, you don't understand. It was so funny. I was playing a game. It was someone was on Braids, the blue one that's basically show and tell.
Yeah.
Where at the beginning of your upkeep you put a creature from your hand, creature, land, or enchantment, or artifact from your hand onto the battlefield. And I had a Tali in my hand. I had like one land, and I was like, "All right, this should be good enough." And then I got to my turn. They got Braids out in like turn 1 or turn 2. I think they jeweled Lotus into Braids.
Oh wow.
And so I get to my turn, like, okay, and immediately next to him, he's player 1, I'm player 2, so I'm getting full value. All right, Atali? And then I immediately flipped into Displacer Kitten.
Oh my god.
So that was my only turn 1 I think I've ever gotten in Magic.
That's awesome.
But it was a thrill. Like, I had no right. I got alley-ooped that win.
Yeah. The layup.
It really was a layup, and I'm like, all right, game 2. Collect out my packs and move on.
Oh wow. I've never had a turn 1 win. I don't play CDH. I'm starting to come around to it. But that's crazy.
Turn 1 win is exhilarating.
Yeah.
I've never done heroin before, but I think it's better than heroin.
Yeah. Turn
like there can't be anything better than that. Like turn 1 winning in a pod. This wasn't even CDH. Like this was just
oh yeah.
dumb luck. Like this was my bracket forward. This was before brackets, but I consider it like I called it a 7-8.
Okay.
So it's like really like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah.
And it was just so sweet. That deck was all about just cheating out big creatures, and the guy did all the heavy work for me. He did the hard part for me of playing the bad cards that let me get the good cards out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just beautiful. I'm gonna rebuild that deck. Be mean again.
We're gonna be doing a lot of deck building.
Yeah, I know. This is a very inspiring episode. But we're gonna move on. I only have 2 more themes.
Okay.
And they're really cool themes. We got X spells. Spells with mana value X and care about mana value X.
It's gonna be green, black, and blue.
It is green, black, and blue.
Yeah, that's the Hydra, right?
It is the Hydra. It's Zaxara, the Exemplary.
I got it. I'm so well versed in green, black, and blue.
2/3 Nightmare Hydra. So it could also work in Nightmare Typal. With Death Touch, tap, add 2 mana of any one color. Whenever you cast a spell with X in mana cost, create a 0/0 green Hydra creature token, then put X plus 1 counters on it.
It's just spoon feeding you armies of Hydras
for
your X spells.
It's doing the Simic thing of, oh, you're playing the game of Magic? Here, have a cookie.
Yeah.
Over and over again, where you're just playing X spell after X spell. Doubling season to double the counters. There's a green enchantment that doubles X's spells. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Oh my god. Wait, so that... Alright, this implies the existence of Boros X spells.
It sure does.
Oh, man. I don't know of many... Okay, there's like 1 or 2 X spells in white that I can think
Unbound Flourishing. 2 and a green. Whenever you cast a permanent spell with mana cost that contains X, double the value of X. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell or activate an ability, if that spell's mana cost or the activated ability's cost contains X, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy.
Ew.
I played that one in Vrestin, Manatra Leader.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boros X spells.
Like, there's only a few... all right, red has a lot of X spells. White has, like, a few of them. There's that one from Modern Horizons 3 that might have been a reprint of where like you can make a bunch of angels or you can cycle it to make soldiers.
Decree of Justice.
Yeah.
That's a win con on a lot of pre-modern decks.
You know who's a good X outlet but not an X spell is Tywakeen.
Tywakeen's good.
Tywakeen.
But this is actually a new commander. It is Sammy, Wildcat Captain.
Is this the one that gives all your spells?
So for 4 red white for a 4/4 human artificer rogue, double strike and vigilance, spells you cast have affinity for artifacts.
I have her.
There are a lot of artifacts that cost X that make X artifacts.
Or oh
Like
god.
you have a board full of artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
You play Hangerback Walker, which is an XX. Flames in the battlefield with X plus one plus one counters on it. When it dies, you create plus one plus one counter with opters equal to number of counters on it.
Oh, you can like fling
And then
that
you
real quick.
fling it, you can sacrifice it, get a whole board, and suddenly, if you get I want to just get a huge board and then Comet Storm people out.
Yeah.
And
Walking
just
ballista. Oh my gosh.
huge board of artifacts, and you die at a counter spell. I do like a Fireball, Blaze.
Ooh.
You have so many, like, there's so many red direct damage X spells.
Electro Dominance is one of my favorites because it does X damage, and then, or it's 2 red and X, and then you get to do X damage and cast a spell with X or less from your hand for free.
Hey, how do you feel about Crackle with Power X equals 10?
I love Crackle with Power. It's so good. Oh my gosh! So Andy and I were playing in a pod, and this with our friends at my place, and I convinced somebody to tap out so I could cast Mana Geyser and make a ridiculous amount of mana to Crackle with Power and do like 40 damage to face to everybody, and it was glorious. All I said was I didn't say I'm gonna kill them. I said, all right, if you tap out right now, I can kill Andy. And they were like, all right, bet.
Yeah, no, that's the same equivalent of like, I play games with people and they're like, can you deal with him? I'm like, yeah, I can deal with them. I can deal with all. They don't say that they can deal with all of us at once and they just win. And I'm like, you got me there.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm not used to being swindled. I don't like being swindled. But also at the same time, like, that's kind of part of the enjoyment for some people in this game. Like the technically correct deal.
I will not directly lie to you, but I will omit information.
Exactly.
Unless you ask.
Yeah. It's not my fault. No one asked.
Yeah, you got to get real specific when politicking because you're making deals with evil wizards.
Exactly. Like we're all lawful evil when it comes to like magic rules. Like it's yeah. We will tell you all the information you need to know. Then we're planning. We can tell you some of the outcome, not all of it. Running all these X spells is going to be really fun. That deck I might build too. I'm looking at all these decks and I'm like, I want to build this. I want to build this. But one last theme. Everyone's favorite, land destruction.
Oh, that's like red, white, black maybe? Or definitely like a Boros. Because there's that Ajani Planeswalker that its ultimate is destroy all lands target player controls. I don't know. I don't think that there would be like maybe like Jeskai.
So this one's weird. Number 1 land destruction deck is mono red.
That makes sense.
It's Zozu the Punisher. 1 red for a 2/2 Goblin Warrior. Whenever a land comes into play, Zozu the Punisher deals 2 damage to that land's controller.
Cool. You punish people for playing lands.
Make it a life gain deck by putting a Basilisk Collar on him.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you just play a ton of mana rocks, right? And then cut back on lands.
Yeah. You got your Jukel Hops, your Wildfires, all your Destroy All Land. A lot of the Destroy All Lands. White is like the cleanest one, but red has a lot of like the other ones, all the big ones. And so, if this is mono red,
that implies a white, blue, green, black
land destruction deck.
Is that Witchmaw, right?
It is called Witchmaw.
Yeah. Atraxa?
It is Atraxa. It's OG Proliferate Atraxa, the former number 1 most played commander. And there's some monster out there playing it as a land destruction deck, running Armageddons and Ravages of War. Like, what the hell?
You can destroy all lands, and then with green, play extra lands on your turn. Blue, draw all the cards. White, make all your stuff phase out or indestructible before you just nuke the board.
You're going to destroy all of your friends. And just, you're not going to have any friends to play Magic with afterwards.
Like, I get it if you're playing Bracket 4 and you're like, all right, guys, like, this is no holding back. Let's see how brutal we can get and vicious. And if you and your friends like that, go for it. But I think I would be a little offended if all my lands got destroyed. I had a few experiences with my Tywakeen deck where I bullied Scott and kept destroying his lands. I cast the Fall of Krug,
Hmm.
which is a 6 mana red spell that does 2 damage to a player, 1 damage to all the creatures it controls, and you destroy a target land they control. That was stuck underneath my Arcane Bombardment, and I was casting cantrip after cantrip, like on his turn, on my turn, and he was playing Simic, so he could afford to play more lands, but he just couldn't keep up because every other turn he was losing a
Yeah,
land.
I remember there was one game where I stripped mined your only black source,
Oh yeah, that I was playing
and I just
Rakdos.
like you just couldn't recover.
Yeah.
Like it's just that was only one land destruction, not even like mass land destruction. Like I was running that in my lands matter deck because I need and 73 land Jadzi because I just needed more lands. And like
That hurt. I couldn't do anything about it until like turn 5, but by then it was too late. In a 1v1, like I didn't yeah, land destruction is the ultimate taboo. It's not illegal, but it is kind of wrong. I'm kind of glad that Wizards has it in the game because lands are the most powerful
yeah, no, it's good
piece.
to do something to level out the guy that's just like all I'm gonna do is play as many lands as possible because it is basically true that if you play more lands than your opponent, you can do more things than your opponent, which usually leads to you being able to win the game faster than your opponent.
Yeah, my favorite deck of all time right now, Glarb, Calamity's Augur. I use Gitrog at Ravenous Ride to make to saddle with giant creatures and then draw a ton of cards and put all my lands from my
Mhm.
hand onto the battlefield and then get like Lumra eventually from
Yeah,
drawing my whole
Loomer and
library.
Aftermath Analyst with like I'm playing a lot of Corvold CDH right now,
Yeah.
and that one seeks to sacrifice your whole board. So you're playing things like Squandered Resources and Rain of Filth, which lets you sacrifice your lands for mana.
Oh wow.
And so like you're sacrificing lands, then you're drawing cards, and then you play like Aftermath Analyst or whatever, and Loomer to get them all back. And it's good. It's a good land destruction deck because the only lands I'm destroying are my own lands.
Yeah.
But
The new precon from Edge of Eternity's the
yeah, the Jund
Jund
one.
one. Yeah, that's like huge mass land sacrifices. You're destroying your own lands, destroying your own permanents to ping out damage, draw cards, get them all back. Like it's a great strategy to do it to yourself. It just
It's easy to do it to yourself, you know?
if you don't want to like if you want to
If you
get rid of
want to
your loved
destroy
ones.
lands so bad, just destroy your own, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, everyone I know kind of has the opinion of like, you can cast Armageddon and Ravages of War if you're going to win the game. Like, that's your way of like, that's your insurance policy. It's not like that's not a proactive play. You've already won the game. Like,
That's how you get rid of
like,
interaction.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I heavily contemplated playing like Armageddon and Ravages of War and Yuma Proud Protector, which is a deck card that says whenever a desert goes to your graveyard, you get a 4/2. So if you blow up all your lands, and a lot of them are deserts,
You can make them all deserts.
yeah, make them all deserts, you get that many 4/2s. And like at the price for 4 mana, you get a board full of 4/2s. Your opponents can't cast any more creature spells. So you do it at a time when like everything's open, then you just swing in.
Hmm.
And that's fair. That I think is a lot better than what I think a lot of bad Magic the Gathering players do.
Yeah.
Is just cast it just to set people back. And that doesn't win you the game. That puts you ahead of the game, but it's the same reason why like Primeval Titan was banned in Commander, where it decides games, but it doesn't end them.
Yep.
And that's a problem. And it just sets people back, and it's not fun.
I
The only fun you get from playing a land destruction deck is the fun you have from being an asshole. And if you only source of fun when playing a game is being an asshole, I think you're playing the game wrong.
Yeah, there's this concept or idea where there's expectations and rules when you sit down to play a game with somebody. It's like the magic box, right? So when we that's like the rule zero conversation for most people now. But yeah, if you violate those rules, or if you're like going out of your way to ruin someone else's experience, you're breaking the rules of that Magic box and taking everybody out of that immersion of the game. And like, I think most people do have like a good head on their shoulders and understand. I think there's just a select few who need to really look inward and
Yeah,
say,
there's a
is it worth
social
it?
contract that's very in between the lines that people kind of understand. Like, but for the reason why we have brackets is for those people that need it explicitly written out because they feel like they can get away with it unless there's someone telling them no.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like everyone's kind of on the same page of like land destruction's powerful. Land destruction is game warping, game changing.
Oh, for the people who make optimized decks, they're like, technically it's bracket one because it doesn't have any tutors.
Yeah,
And
that's just a bad faith.
yeah.
And it's like, why are you like that? Do you really need to win that badly that you're bringing something so powerful to a game where people are not playing powerful things? Like, do you really need to win that badly? You could play chess against a baby, if you really wanted to. Go That's what I think. If you are like a pub stomper and you're really like struggling, just go onto chess.com, find the easiest bot
Mm-hmm.
and just crush them for a couple hours. Like, you'll have so much more enjoyment and it won't hurt anyone else.
What if we so someone did this to make Magic the Gathering Uno. What if we did it to make Magic the Gathering, like make a deck that turns the board state into chess?
That would be wild.
That would be kind of crazy.
Play with perfect information. I do have decks that are you play it in a way where everyone stacks the deck in
Yeah.
like the same way. Like it's alternate land, creature, land, instant, land, sorcery.
Whoa.
You know what everyone's card is, but I don't like chess too much. So like
Chess is a very solved game.
yeah, well it's very like you're playing with perfect information and there's no luck to chess. And that's why it's chess. That's why it's so sought after because that's why it's so intellectually stimulating. It's because you really it really rewards you for outthinking your opponent.
Yeah.
Versus Magic, where it does reward you for outthinking your opponent and for playing better cards, playing more expensive cards, and a lot of other things. But it really comes down to luck too as a big factor.
Yeah.
And that's what I love games of chance and games of luck, especially the ones where I get a little bit of I can get myself a little bit of an edge. Like, I don't like heads or tails because that's pure luck.
Mm-hmm.
I am much more of a fan of poker because if you're good at reading people, good at knowing the odds, you know how to play poker, you're gonna do well. You're not gonna guaranteed win like you do in chess, where if you're a better chess player, you're going to beat your opponent. Even a great poker player can still just be dealt a bad hand and lose to a person who's his first time playing poker and got dealt pocket aces.
Poker? I hardly know her.
Try and make
you're so right though.
good point about
You that's a great analysis of like luck versus skill, and Magic is all
it's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Like, Magic has a lot of things to offer, but what I get out of it is two things. One, it was lucky that I drew my dragon at the right time. And
Mhm.
two, I get to kill my friends with dragons. Which is
True.
why I spend all my money on Magic cards and not poker.
Yeah.
But I know some professional players that are making the switch from professional Magic to professional poker.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're like, oh shit, like making a lot more money.
Yeah. I like gaming.
Yeah, instead of playing Standard, which is or Pioneer, which are both in shambles and dead, just play poker. Just start gambling. We here at the ScrubPod podcast advocate for gambling. Big fan of that. We had Kara on. We had the #1 gambling addict.
It's true. For her birthday, we went to Atlantic City and we lost $330. I think someone recommended $500 is great because that's where you get like the most out of your experience. We played roulette, we played blackjack, and we lost it all.
Yeah.
I think that if we were more prepared, or uh, I think we could have had won a little bit more money, if anything at all. But it was cool.
Last time I went to a casino, I lost half of my money on a blackjack table, won it back on a roulette,
Nice.
and then I lost it all in baccarat,
Oh,
which that was a casino time. I just spent the rest of the time drinking.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a vibe.
hell yeah,
It was a beautiful. It was the one in Washington D.C. at the National Harbor.
cool.
Very cool. So we talked a lot about these alternative deck ideas, all these the opposites of like the most least popular themes and color identities. Which ones stick out to you? Which one do you think you would build the most?
I think Abzan Spellslinger is probably the funniest in my mind by far. Um, I think that would be a lot of fun. I don't know how I feel about Simic Voltron. I feel like that's solved with the unblockable bear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm very excited about Is It Landfall?
Yeah. Is it yeah, throwing rocks for free.
Throwing rocks for free.
Making mana rocks.
Mana rocks. Oh my god, training grounds.
Oh my god.
All right, I got to get back to building this deck, but thank you so much for joining me today on the ScrubPod podcast, Eric.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much, listeners, for tuning in today. Please give us a like, comment, subscribe, interact with us in however way you can. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify or however you are listening to this podcast. And just remember that I love you.
We love you.
We do love you, listeners. Bye-bye.
Bye.